What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Big Fry. Shout out to the Fry Nation, guys. I want to talk about Lifeless. It is a new open world survival game with zombies being made by the guys at Rigid Soft. And honestly, wow. This game just dropped into early access today. I have been playing dev builds for like the last month or so. The game I actually heard about in 2013, if you guys can believe that. It was originally built on Unity, and then they decided to scrap that alpha and rebuild the game in Unreal Engine 4. So it's been in development ever since. I dropped the money 3 years ago on the game. I think I paid $30 for it back then. And now we're sitting here, Unreal Engine 4, and we're going into early access. So yet another survival game goes the early access route. And the thing is back then, the survival games just weren't fucking flooding like they were now. And the thing about this one is it's so unoptimized that even on the lowest setting with a 50% resolution downscale, I was only able to get 20 frames a second and under. I never topped over 20 frames a second at all. So this is fucking unbelievable that the game has been in development for 3 years and we can't even run this shit on a 980 Ti, 16 gig RAM, and a 6-core processor i7. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand. And the thing is I played a dev build about a month ago that didn't have zombies, and the performance was perfect. I was getting 60 FPS. You could swing smooth the thing. And like, I was looking at this, I was like, holy fucking shit. We actually have something that runs fucking good, right? And then they added the zombies in, and it was a slow add. It wasn't the entire thing, but you could go around and you could shoot the zombies, you can swing, and it dropped performance a little bit, but it wasn't that bad. And then they dropped a patch prior to launch. This was about a week and a half ago, and the performance went to shit. And I'm talking like 20, 15 frames a second. I did a stream last weekend because they allowed streamers to come through, and yeah, it was fucked. Like, I streamed it for 20 minutes and I said I can't even play anything. Like, the performance was just so fucking god awful that it doesn't even warrant me trying it. And I was like, hopefully they can revert and go to where they were before and just launch in that state. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And I want to talk about survival games as a whole, because it is a genre that is like really close to me. I love survival games. I started playing survival games back, really with the War Z. If you guys didn't know, this channel originally started way back in the day with War Z, and honestly, this was before War Z went to Steam, and we realized that it was a scam, and the path that Hammerpoint Interactive and Free Reign took. This was before that. And once that happened, I jumped off ship completely, right? But we've had so many titles since then come out, and just it doesn't feel like anybody can really just nail the genre. The genre, like, it's so saturated, but all of them suck. It's a fucking anomaly to me. I've had people comment and ask me what my thoughts are on Miscreated plenty of times. Miscreated to me is trash. The animations are so clunky. The movement is clunky. It's just not fun to play. And it's boring to play. War Z, just fucking terrible. But when I originally played it back in the day, it was an alpha, and I realized it, and then they decided to launch like that, I guess. But, like, we have War Z, DayZ. People are going to tell me the Forest, but even the Forest doesn't do anything for me. Miscreated, fucking Shattered Skies, Romero's Aftermath. Like, we've had so many titles. We've had 7 Days to Die. Fucking people are talking about Survive the Night, and even that looks like shit. Like, why can't a developer just come through and do this genre correctly? And the thing is I thought Lifeless had something going for it. It had factions, so like you play on a map and it's like a team-based survival game, like open world. I think it's 60 players on a map. I think that's fucking dope. I will say for an alpha, Lifeless did have the best zombie mechanics out of everything else that I played. And I'm not saying that as like it's god tier zombie mechanics. I'm saying they worked properly at launch. You know, like good enough, I will say. Like it wasn't polished, but it worked. You know, zombies weren't zigzagging and lagging everywhere. They functioned, and I gotta give them that. Like I was really impressed. But the performance of the fucking engine, it should not be like this. And I get it, early access is for testing, and I can't really fault them for having an unoptimized thing. But the thing is I feel like testing should have happened a lot more smoothly than it did. I was in contact with somebody named Venter. Shout out to you, man. He was kind of the plug. Like, I had bought this game way back in the day. I participated on their forums, and then I kind of just fell out of it because nothing was happening, right? So now the developers are coming back, and they want to do, like, this fucking stress testing on the servers. They want streamers to come through and help test. I applied for both of those, and I never ever got a fucking response back, right? So I had a fan, somebody who was a fan of my channel and knows what I like and what I talk about, which is early access, survival, and shooters. Like, he came and he's like, I want to try and help you out. He was helping them test, and he's like, I want to get you in there as well. And he wanted to get me in contact with the developers. That never happened. You know, I had emailed them multiple times. I was like, yo, like, hey, like, I stream, this is my shit, I want to help you guys out. Never got a response. And then he messaged me when this whole streamer event was going on. I streamed this last weekend. For those who don't know, I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BigFryTV, selfless plug. But I streamed it, and the thing is I wasn't even invited by the developers. It was like a middleman thing with Venter. He was like relaying my thoughts to the devs, and the devs were, you know, and telling him like, hey, yeah, you're welcome to come. I never ever got a confirmation email that I was invited to fucking test. The whole thing is just, as an indie developer, you guys got to get your fucking ducks in a row when it comes to this shit, especially this genre, because if you don't come out the gate swinging, this group will eat you up. And yes, there is a huge group of survival fans out there. People say that there are too many games, but there is a group of people, and honestly, I gotta say, I'm included in that. There is a group of people that just jump at the thought of finally having a good fucking survival game. So when you don't deliver, it instantly gets bombarded, and that's what's happening right now. I'm seeing it's mixed reviews on Steam, and I'm pretty much done this fucking rant. The game runs like shit. Yes, it has potential, but so does every other fucking title on Steam. Even the bad ones. Everything has potential, but it's all up to the fucking developers to get their shit straight. You guys have had 3 years, okay? I think that this is pretty fucking unacceptable to launch onto Steam. Ask the price tag that you do, which, let me just confirm here, is $21.99 Canadian. Yes, I'm a Canadian, so it's a little bit more here. But to ask that price and to give me 20 frames a second, sometimes lower, is a fucking disgrace to the genre and to your customers. My name is Big Fry. If you guys sat through this entire fucking rant, leave a comment down below and use the keyword lifeless. That lets me know you guys made it to the end of the video. I know I rambled, but I am just so fucking sick of this genre getting shit on over and over and over again. It is time. We need to fucking get a good open world online survival game. And this one isn't it. I'll see you guys on the next one.